Hello everybody, welcome to the second video of Monday. This one is focused on side quest totals. This is normally a video I try to get out over the weekend, but as a lot of you know from Friday, we had a massive live stream from Kabam. Give us an idea, a flavour of the future. Go and check out those string of videos over the weekend because they're very extensive. A kind of a TLDR is the Friday version, which I know a lot of you watched, but breakdowns in those ones can be found in separate videos. Okay, so we've got to get over the side quests, and this is going to be a very, I'd say, difficult one. It's always a very difficult one, each and every time to kind of explain what's going on, because I was creating this video, side quest totals, and I realized that I needed to, probably need to expand into another explanation type video. The issue that we've got is, because it's being a Rifts month, it's never guaranteed what you're going to pick up, but there are some guarantees to it. I'm going to go over that and explain that in further detail in a moment. So as a lot of you know with the side quest, there's per different access to the Rift, you will have a chance to land on a path. As you know, path A has the greatest percentage, so it's more than likely you will land on path A. And on path A, for various different types of progressions, there's more average rewards. I mean, here's an example right here. Paragon players would get either 800 6-star shards, 200,000 gold, or 2,500 tier 6 basic catalyst fragments, tier 3 alpha, or 100 5-star relic shards. This is actually really annoying. It's annoying because it comes in shape and form of a month where you're not able to get everything. Well, from how it's kind of explained by Kabam is that you don't have access to all the difficulties, which becomes a problem. It becomes a problem because the guaranteed rewards, as Kabam have explained it, don't seem to say that you get all of them, where in previous months you were able to get all of them. Now, let's kind of like, before I kind of go into the abyss with kind of stuff, I'm just going to reread something through again, because this is obviously, you know, important to do. Solo objectives are the same for each progression level. As a result, you will be presented with a reward selector for each completed objective. The selector will allow you to pick the reward at your progression level or from any below. Now, to me, reading that, if Kabam put your progression level and from any below, it would make you feel that you were able to have access to all of the rewards, which in previous months you've been able to do. This is actually, if indeed correct, and do bear in mind, I'm reading this the same way you are. How I'm reading it is that you only get your progression. You don't get all the lower stuff. This will feel to me like it's a bit of a letdown and there's lower amount of rewards on offer this month. Mainly because, like in previous months, you got more relic shards. Yep, some people don't like relics, but it's still dupes, it's shards, it's extras, it's also getting relics onto champions that help out for incursions, for battlegrounds, and other types of content that Kabam are pushing on us. So they become more necessary. Lower rank up relic shards and items and fragments, which again are important. ISO availability. Duping 5 stars, 4 stars. Some people don't care about them. I do. Free ISO. I'm free to play player, so I need that ISO. You need that ISO. It's helpful. Extra shards. Again, access to things like extra cavalier crystals, which again, spicy, could be an extra 6-star, could be a helpful new 6-star. You know, these things can happen. And that breaks down to this, which gives me a bit of a concern. So the problem is guaranteed rewards. Now, I've got to figure out a way of kind of presenting this better. I had to kind of quickly knock this up over Saturday night and Sunday morning in order to kind of get this together. But look, gold wise, okay, I'm happy with 600,000 gold for Paragon. There's 3,000 extra shards for 6-star. There's the 7-star shards, which I'm sure a lot of people will be concerned about. Like, where the heck are the 7-star shards this month? Which you get 2,000 of. 20% of a tier 6 class catalyst fragment crystal. I can't remember if that's as good as previous months or not. Tier 2 class alloy, which is you get the equivalent to 1 of tier 2 class alloy. And then you get tier 1 class alloy times, that's the equivalent to 1. Then the problem is then tier 3 alpha. Like, normally you expect a larger chunk than 6,800, and tier 6 basic, you know, 8,800. And then the 5-star relic shards, which are there, right? You're kind of going, okay, well, that's fine. But you don't get access to any of the lower stuff, which is for the same thing for other progressions. Like Thronebreaker, you don't get access to Cavalier, Uncollected Conqueror, and Proven below. Cavalier, you don't have access to the ones you're as well as the, yes, you better choose the below if you wanted to, but from the way it kind of described is that you won't be able to. Now I'm hoping that it's not a typo but a miscommunication, because there's other miscommunications from this particular month which give me a bit of concern, which we'll go over in a moment. But yeah, the reward side of things, I have questions more than I think there's answers to. Tier 5 basic, you know, for people that are Paragon may want, I don't know, like you may be going, well, I'm Paragon, I'm low on tier 5 basic. Well, you'd miss out this month because you can't get Thronebreaker, Cavalier, and any kind of below volume. And that's the thing, like there's some stuff that seems to be just in the lower, which you can't get in, you just get for your progression level. 6-star signature stones, they're there, you know, they're in the Thronebreaker side of things, but they're not in the Paragon side of things for the objective. Again, it's very, very weird. The same way as well, like Cavalier get 4-star relic shards, but there's nothing for Thronebreaker. Like, well, no 4 stars at least. I think it's just 3 stars for Thronebreaker, which again, I find there's some very weird things. As I said, it could be a case you get access to all of the lower things. I don't know 100%, but look, it could happen. So, those are the guaranteed rewards, and confusion still with them. What about Rift rewards, the guaranteed elements to it? I also will try and clean up the spreadsheet before I release it out to everybody. I may put it out today, but yeah, it still need cleaning up and more iterations as we learn more, and I add more guides and information, top teams for that. Lots of work still needs to be done to that spreadsheet, so look out for it. Description maybe. Look. Guaranteed rewards. So for those that don't know, you get a means to select what rewards you want, or sorry, select the paths you want. So you'll be able to kind of lock in those rewards. Yeah, there's a chance you'll land on a 6-star awakening gem or the selector to select something else. But there are 4 opportunities, to select stuff. You get 2 unstable dimensional energies, which allow you to open up paths A, B, and C for choice. Stabilized dimensional energy, so you get to choose up to D. So before was A, B, C. Now you get to choose D. And the perfected dimensional energy, which allows you to choose any path. So that's 4 opportunities to select some rewards. And so what does that look like? How do you, and what do you, where do you guarantee your rewards? Well, your guaranteed rewards could look like this. So here's a breakdown for Paragon, Thronebreaker, Cavalier, and Uncollected. For Paragon, again, this is just a theory. We're actually going to end on a really kind of interesting theory in a minute. But if you were to spend your first unstable as a Paragon player, you get 2,500 tier 6 basic fragments and 2,000 tier 3 alpha fragments. But also, by selecting one of the A, B, C, Ds, you could pick up 1,750 tier 3 alpha fragments. And then any path could be a 6-star awakening gem. There's a very weird thing going on, because I had to reread this several times. Thronebreaker can get 3,125 tier 6 basics from one of the lower paths, which is more than Paragon players. Odd. Yes, odd. I understand that there's less guaranteed rewards, but it's kind of odd that Paragon players aren't able to choose more because they higher progression is odd. And the same thing with tier 3 alpha from one of the other paths. Very strange. You can get 3,000 6-star shards, so that's good. And a 6-star awakening gem. Thronebreaker actually kind of like could do relatively well out of this. As a Cavalier player, you could pick up a ton of 6-star shards. You're from A, B, C, the 2 stable and 2 unstabilized and 1 stabilized, so path D, and then any path a 2k 6-star shard. So there's a good volume that you could take on right there to mitigate any kind of loss that you might experience going through the rifts this month. And for Uncollected, 225 6-star shards. It's not a huge amount, but at least it gets you over that 1,000 threshold and a 5-star awakening gem. But as I said, I needed to double check like that theory of what I said about Thronebreaker players. So when I scrolled down, I literally had to reread this several times to just kind of like guarantee that I haven't kind of got this, if I got this right or got this wrong. But yeah, on the selector side of things, you can see for path C, 3,125 tier 6 basic fragments, 2,400 tier 3 alpha fragments over path C. So, you know, you could basically choose that 3 times. Going down to paragons, path A, B, and C. So where's path A? Path A is there. So path A, 2,500 tier 6 basic fragments, 2,000 tier 3 alphas, that's less. Going down to B, nothing. Going down to C, nothing. So yeah, just to confirm, it looks like Thronebreaker have better like drops of tier 6 basic fragments and tier 3 alpha fragments than Paragon. That's weird, isn't it? I don't know what the ruling is for that one. I don't know why Kabam did that. Maybe it's a mistake. I don't know. Maybe that will change. Maybe that was meant to be Paragon and Thronebreaker meant to be kind of swapping places. I do not know. But I want to end this video on a little bit of a theory, and that theory is volume of 6-star shards. Look, here's the thing. You could do. I assume you're doing 20. We're doing 28 runs this month. So, what is the most 6-star shards you can pick up? Nearly 30,000 if you're a Paragon player. I will have to break down a scenario type thing for this, but here's like a little example right here. So if you were to do, I don't know, all the runs right there, run 1 right the way down to run number 21, and then you do your kind of, you get to pick and choose. So you're unstable, you 2 unstables, and you stabilize. So that'll get you up to 9,000 extra, and then some more kind of 800 runs because you get path A. Look, you can get any path, but what I'm doing is I'm just giving you an idea of how many 6-star shards you could potentially pick up if this is what your bag is and you're interested in. I would have loved 7-star shards in it, but you can't have everything. So it would lead to a grand total of 28,200 6-star shards. So you could get upwards of I'm guessing about 3 6-stars equivalent with the objectives, and that 2 featured or 3 new 6-stars if you're Paragon. I want to break down some more things with some kind of like, you know, run theories, but that is probably going to be something towards next weekend when we start seeing how this quest starts looking. But that's been a video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe, and put notifications on all, because we'll be covering more side quest based stuff as the weeks go on. We do, you know, if you know the channel for the first week, maybe week and a half, we do side quest coverage, guides, cheats, those kind of things. Not obviously tips and tricks, not cheats, tips and tricks. But yeah, check out some other content located on screen. Much love and see you all soon. Bye bye.